Green today, signs of recovery have been witnessed. While both the BSE Sensex and the Nifty 50 fell sharply yesterday and lost nearly 20 crore rupees, they have now showed the signs of recovery. Yesterday, the Sensex dropped nearly 3% and the Nifty lost 3.2%. Today, the Sensex has recovered about 1.36% and the Nifty 50 has recovered nearly 1.40%. Well, on that note, it's a good news for the Indian stock market, which has opened in green. Sensex is up to 111 points. Yoginder Kapoor is joining me live on the broadcast. For our viewers, he's a senior economist. Appreciate you joining me this morning. How the Indian markets have reacted to the global trade war, reacting to the reciprocal tariffs announcement by Trump, and the China versus Trump war on the announcement is a big story that we are tracking at this point of time. Indian markets have showed the signs of recovery. How do you react to it?
Right. You see, I think it's clearly a reflection of the fact that the people of our country, they have great confidence in our economy. And you see, there are standpoints if we look at the resilience as well as the fundamentals. Now, if we look at the three growth engines of which starts from United States, China and India, we see India has the highest rate of growth of GDP at the moment, at which India is growing at 6.5%. In comparison to that, China is growing at 5% and United States is growing at 3%. I'm very sure that the way and manner in which the industry in India has reacted vis-a-vis how the industry is reacting in United States, we can see a major comparison wherein there is a situation of panic in United States. I'm sure that there will be a pressure that will get built up on Donald Trump that he needs to consider the interests of the people of his country as well as of the industry, because if they go into a situation of stagflation, where basically the growth goes into negative and there is inflation that is one can foresee, then I think they are going to be in a serious situation. And of course, we are living in a world of interdependency. So a weak United States is not a good signal for the world also. So far as India is concerned, we see our is a consumption-based economy. If we look at the size of our GDP, 60% of the GDP comes out of our consumption. So the point is, I think I also see a great opportunity out here. I think we should look forward towards that aspect, that if the government gets serious in terms of expanding the scope of its PLI scheme, wherein we will see that the great benefits, they come to the people who are engaged in exports. So you see, and that can always be done by expanding that into more of sectors and more of items that get covered into that. We already see a sizable portion of our MSME being out of this PLI scheme. So I think it's important that if they also form part of the growth story of India, so we will see that the growth trajectory will remain the same, and we will have very minimum impact of the US tariffs that have got imposed. And I'm also very sure that going forward, we will see a reduction in the US tariffs after the trade negotiations take place on the ground, and we see the effect out of it.
Well, absolutely. In fact, Mr. Kapoor, as you're also rightly pointing out, at this point of time, it remains to be seen